Now you'll see in your notes, if you're following the notes as well, that I'm supposed to have a notch here that I move. Well, I lost my notch in the last video when I extracted. So I'm just going to create a new notch. Standard notch, distance from point, and it's got to be 16 centimetres from the centre front waist. So that's a negative direction that I'm moving. And there we go, we've got our notch. Now we need to split the line at that point too. So modify, line actions, and split. I'm going to drag down to that point and split. And the idea is that I'm going to use this section of line here where I've split to create my offset line and then add a little shaped piece to the end of it for the fly facing. So I need to move that point down 2 centimetres below the notch. So I'm going to create a new point and I'm going to do distance from point, drag to that, and then it's -2 direction. Can't see anything there, but if we go into view, intermediate, we'll see that there is where my point is. If I want to just verify it, I can go in perimeter 2 points and drag from this point to this point, 1.99. So that's the point that I want. Okay, I'm going to get rid of those by going back into view and intermediate and get rid of them. Okay, so now I'm going to create that offset even line for my fly facing. So I don't want it to extend to the adjacent lines. I don't want a notch. I want to add it as an extra, not replace the original line. So making sure all those options are selected. And I want it to be a -3.5 direction. And I'm going to get out of that function. And from there down, I'm going to add my 2-point curve. I don't know why that error message came up. It seems to be working okay still. So from that point, I'm just going to make sure I've got 2-point curve selected by right-clicking and then drag down to the point there and just making a nice shape for the fly facing. So that's my fly facing there. Right-click and OK to get out of that function. Now what I want to do is create a copy of this. So I'm going to trace under the create menu and go in a direction that's clockwise. And there's my copy of it. And that will become my fly facing. So I'm going to name it fly facing. And then I'm going to take another copy of this one and mirror it so that it becomes my fly extension. So create copy of the piece, and I really should call this one fly extension, not facing. Okay, so there's my fly extension. Now both of these pieces I'm going to straighten them off the same as we did earlier for our waistband pieces. So we're going to go to modify, rotate, form an alignment to the x-axis, and it's this line that I want to rotate around this point. Doesn't seem to want to do it, so let me try it on the other one. Oh, my computer's frozen. Great. Okay. Select the piece. Okay, that worked better. Select the piece. And again, realign those reins. This is my extension, and I want it to be mirrored along that line there. So modify, mirror, piece action. And there's my two fly sections.